I am Speed. One winner, 42 losers. I eat losers for breakfast.
This is the intro for movie Cars, which is a movie about, well, cars. And it's just pure fun. But you know what's not fun? Street racing. You think destroying public property is fun? Reckless endangerment is fun? What about vehicular manslaughter, huh? You think that's fun too? Well, I got news for you, Bob. It's not. Anyway, so today we'll talk about Need for Speed Rivals, a game that made me believe how cool vehicular crimes are in video games, not in real life. So before we start, I'll give you a quick history lesson. Back in 2010, EA released Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, which was a commercial success and made EA realize that, holy shit, I think we cooked with this one. And that Need for Speed Hot Pursuit might just be the ideal Need for Speed game. So with that motivation, EA worked hard and released Need for Speed The Run, which in case you didn't know, didn't do so well.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So at the time, president of EA Labels, Frank Gibbo, said that while he was proud of this installment, this shit is not really enough, and that he didn't want a 60 but an 80 plus. So the development for a new Need for Speed started, and in E3 2013, EA finally revealed their next Need for Speed game.
We are unbound, free, unshackled. We push the limits in the most powerful cars. Cars we don't pay for. We go where we want, when we want, as fast as we want. You may call us thugs, but deep down, you know you need us. We are the law. You can't catch devils with angels.
This is Need for Speed Rivals, and as you can see, it's a little edgy, kinda like it was written by a 12-year-old. But despite its edginess, the question rises, how is the game? And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, he's gonna say the game is good, even though it's bad, he does this every time. You're right. You know me so well. Rivals is overall a mixed bag. On one hand, the gameplay is some of the most fun I've ever had in a racing game since 2005 Most Wanted. And on the other, the game is riddled with issues like rubber banding, bugs, game crashes, and the worst of them all, online connection. To make the world of Need for Speed alive, EA implemented the Always Online system, which means that you always need an internet connection to play the game. Oh geez, I don't have internet. How will I play Need for Speed Rivals, the greatest game of all time? Listen, my internet is decent, okay? It's not like NASA or ISRO level, but I can watch YouTube on 1080p. So it's not my internet's fault when the game gets disconnected. And it happens a lot. And by that, I mean a lot. I can't even play for an hour without experiencing this issue. And I'll tell you why. Like most of the other multiplayer games, Rival doesn't have a dedicated server. It uses peer-to-peer connection where one player acts as a host, or kinda like a main server, and the other players join it. If, I'm saying if, but it happens a lot. So if a host quits the game, everyone gets disconnected and then a new player is chosen as a host. And since the game is always online, you can't even pause the game. So once the game gets disconnected and you're in middle of a race or a police chase, you're stuck in the loading screen while the game plays like it usually does. What the fuck?
Officer in pursuit of high-speed racer request backup. All units, please respond.
Ain't no way, man. Like, I was first. Fuck this game. Even after more than 10 years since its release, you would think the game works properly, like no more bugs, right? You entitled fuck. You think EA, the greatest company, would waste its time on a 10 or what, 12-year-old game? They have other important things to work on, okay? Like, what are they working on? Like FIFA. Like I've lost progress just because the game decides to do whatever this is. Ignoring the technical problems and the fact that the game is locked at 60 FPS to this day, the gameplay, while being fun, has its own issues. The gameplay of Rivals is divided into two modes. There's your racer mode, which has your races, hot pursuit, time trials, and interceptors. And on the cop mode, you have rapid responses, hot pursuit, and again interceptors. The most fun you'll have in this game are the hot pursuits. Hot pursuits are your normal races combined with the police chases. In hot pursuits, as a cop, you have to immobilize all the races before they complete the race, and as the racer, you have to win the race without getting wrecked. Is what I would like to say if the cars in this game weren't made of fucking glass. If you played the 2012 Need for Speed Most Wanted, you know what I'm talking about. The cars in this game are so fragile that if you even touch a civilian car, it's like getting hit by a sledgehammer.
Throwing obstacles onto the road.
Rivals does the same thing, except now you have a health bar. And while you can repair your car at repair shops that are spread across the map, it gets really annoying when your car just barrel rolls on the concrete when all you did was a peck on the cheek.
Dispatch racers trying to force my vehicle off the road.
And that's not all. If you're playing as a cop, you're not just fighting the racers, you're fighting every single cop and civilian vehicle in your 5-kilometer radius.
Need some help here, dispatch. Requesting road.
The AI in this game combined with the ragdoll physics is a treat. But you can do all of this without pursuit techs, which are basically your power-ups in the game. The pursuit techs are pretty much the same for both racers and cops, with 2-3 exclusive to each other. Like the jammer and turbo are exclusive to the racers, as jammer is used to, well, jam the police vehicle,
My system's scrambled.
making them unable to use their own pursuit techs and even see the map. Turbo is your ticket to first place, if you can handle the speed. I sure can't. The shockwave, as the name suggests, releases a big shockwave pushing everyone away. I personally like to use this as a crowd control. If you're being surrounded by police, shockwave is pretty useful. Also, shockwave can be used as a fuck off mechanic if any racer is on your ass. The cop side of Pursuit X focuses mainly on immobilizing the racers. You have your roadblocks and spike strips to stop the racers, with an addition to summoning a police chopper which drops spike strips and uses the spotlight to blind the racers. On paper, this sounds amazing. You can summon a helicopter to your aid which blinds the racer and drops the spike strips on them, but it does more good than bad. Because that light is so bright that as a cop, I might as well just squeeze some lemon in my eyes. Holy shit, I can't see. Finally, we have the ESF and the EMP, which can be used by both racers and cops. The EMP is a ranged weapon that locks onto a target and shuts them down for a couple of seconds. And the ESF, or electrostatic field, shields your car from other pursuit techs like EMPs and jammer, and can also be used to attack. ESF, I think, is the best pursuit tech in the game, mainly because it acts as a both offensive and a defensive measure, but also because it's very fun to use. Throughout my entire playthrough, I always had ESF as one of the two pursuit techs, unless the game forced me to use some other tech, which it will. To progress through the game, you have to complete assignments and speed list. Each speed list or assignment is a list of objectives that you have to complete in order to progress. These objectives can vary as you get to choose from 3 different speed lists every chapter. Now I'll use my mind reading power and I know what you're thinking. Completing a checklist sounds very boring. And you're right, it is boring. But it doesn't matter because you can't unlock new cars without progressing through the story. Once unlocked, if you're playing as a racer, you need to buy the car using speed points, which is this game's in-game currency. And if you're a cop, well, you get the car for free. Taxpayer money. Woo! You can earn speed points in a lot of ways. Do hot pursuits on speed points. Fast racers get speed points. Wreck cops get speed points. Do a sick jump, get speed points. Crash into an innocent civilian car, you don't get speed points. What is wrong with you? You can then use these speed points to upgrade your car, increase its durability, so this doesn't happen every now and then.
leave in pursuit.
Copy that. Advise if you need.
Also, you can't upgrade the police vehicles, so you're stuck with the stock configuration. Coming to the cars, I mean, it's a Need for Speed game, of course, they're gonna talk about the cars. It's a pretty nice selection of cars. Both racers and cops have a totally different cars to choose from, which I think is pretty neat. The cop gets the Hennessy Venom GT, and the racer gets the Ferrari Enzo. I think it's fair. Coming to the customization, yeesh. It's nothing, absolutely nothing. There's no body kits, there's no custom hoods, there's no tires you can customize, there are no spoilers. Also, there's no tuning, nothing.
Engravings give you no tactical advantage whatsoever.
The best you can do is change the color and slap some stripes on your car. But what's the point of customizing your car when all you're gonna do is end up last? And you will end up last a lot. The AI in this game is nuts, and every racer and cop is driving like a fucking maniac. The cops in this game are so ruthless, it doesn't matter if you're on their side, they drive like a raging bull. You see this hospital bed? These cops will make sure you end up there. And the racers, they just rubber band their way into the first place. For those who don't know, rubber banding is a game mechanic where the AI speed increases to match the player or maybe even become faster than them. Rival uses this to be a piece of shit to the player. The AI scales exponentially as the game progresses, and later in the game, they even use pursuit techs against other racers. The cops will also use every single pursuit tech they have to stop you. This is the kind of difficulty I don't mind. It's hard, but it's fair. But the rubber banding, that's just being petty. The map of Need for Speed Rivals is big and empty at the same time. Unlike a usual Need for Speed games, Rivals map is made of big highways and expressways. You'll hardly come across a city in your whole playthrough, and to be honest, that's fine. Like I said, the map is empty, which makes it perfect for a racing game. The whole map is like a big racetrack that is there to push these cars to their absolute limits, and that's the issue here. This game made me feel more like it's a Forza game combined with Burnout than a Need for Speed game. I mean, I get it, you need big open roads to use the pursuit X, otherwise in the city you'll just crash into the buildings. And that was Need for Speed Rivals. I really liked the game. It was buggy, but you can't really expect these big companies to fix the game. Like, I've almost given up now. And I think Rivals is in my top 3 Need for Speed games. I mean, the 2005 Most Wanted is already on the top. Then Rivals, I don't think I have a third game or a third position for a game or a game in third position. क्या कह रहा हूँ मैं? I recommend getting the game on sale if there's a sale, because the game will have its online server shut down on 7th October. So you have like what? 1 month, maybe less than a month, depending on when I upload this video. And if you have a Game Pass, you can try the game through that. And I really recommend trying the game. It's very fun. Like, I don't think I've had this much fun in a racing game in a while. I think last time I had so much fun was in Forza when I played with friends. But you play any game with friends and it's fun. Like, ये मैं अकेले खेला and it was still fun. And that's it for this video. I know I'm late. I am very late. I was experiencing writer's block. I know. बहुत serious चीज़ है. नहीं. Actually, I was going to upload a game, not a game. I was going to upload a video on Donkey Kong Country Returns, and I had everything ready. When I was recording the gameplay, my Switch dock decided to give up on me. There was literally no reason to tell anyone about this. Like, I don't think anyone gives a shit if my Nintendo dock is working or not. But yeah, that's all for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, वगैरह वगैरह. And yeah, hopefully next video will be faster than this. I'm very confused on what to make the next video on. We'll see. Bye bye.